Hello and welcome to the review and comparison of probably few of the best headphones between $400 to $1,000. So I have the HIFIMAN Arya Organic, the most expensive of the lot. Recently HIFIMAN, I think since December, they have a sale going on, so this was an open box headphone at around $950. Then this is HIFIMAN Arya Stealth, so this was close to $580. And these are the Meze 109 Pro open back dynamic headphones, and these are the Meze 105 AER or AER. At least I think it's pronounced as AER in Romanian. So how did I end up here? Excuse me. So first off, I bought the Meze 105 AER. I really like the sound of these, but at the same time I wanted to check what's with the hype about 109 Pro. I think these had really good reviews. I wanted to test all of these and get it over with, to be very honest. So let's start with perhaps the accessories and what you get with all these headphones. The HIFIMANs are the most simplistic ones. The only thing you get out of the box is this foam insert, which is also a headphone stand, which many of you would be familiar with already. And both of these HIFIMAN Arya Stealth and Organic, they come with a similar 1/4-inch cable. I do not like it because they tangle a bit, but it is what it is. And these are an aftermarket adapter bought. So HIFIMAN, in terms of the packaging and what comes with the package, it's very basic, and at least they should have given a better headphone cable in this price point, right? Both the Mezes come with very good set of headphone cables. These are the headphone cables which came with the 105i AER, and these are apparently Kevlar grade, braided, and from the yoke onwards these are rubber finish. And the 109 Pro come with, I think, a standard 5-foot kind of a rubber finish cable, but these are so much better than the HIFIMAN ones. And they also come with a 10-foot or 8-foot, I believe, 8-foot cable. I will not take it out, it's very difficult to put them back in. But yeah, I feel in terms of what's offered out of the package, I think Meze, they do a really good job. It also comes with a very nice faux leather case, the 109 Pros. And the 109 Pro, the case itself is also pretty good. It's got this suede finish, very similar to their headphone pads. And the AER, they come with a slightly different box. They do the job. Cool. Let's quickly talk about the comfort and then we'll move on to sound quality. In terms of comfort, the two most comfortable ones are the 105 AER and Arya Stealth. The 109 Pro, they are comfortable, but for me the clamping force was a bit much. I did not like the clamping force, but this is something I could have gotten used to, but it's still good. But when it comes to clamping force and the weight, and these are heavier than the 105, probably because of the wood finish versus ABS plastic. But these are the most comfortable ones, and between the HIFIMANs, the Arya Stealth is most comfortable because I believe the drivers are also considerably lightweight, and these how do I say, the adjusting mechanism, they are not very loose. They are about the right tension, but with the Arya Organic, these are very loose. Like when you put these on your head, and even if you pull slightly, they just come down. That's one part I liked about the Arya Stealth more than the Arya Organic. And come on, these are close to $1,000 headphones, and this could have been better quality, and that's one thing about HIFIMANs. I don't think they are the best when it comes to build quality, but when it comes to the ear pads, the Mezes are really amazing. These come with velour or suede, if you will. The 109 Pro pads are thicker than the 105, so when you wear them, if you have slightly larger ears, just the back of the ear might be touching here. But 109, given this large ear pads, there is so much space here, I can wear it comfortably. Cool. Let's move on to the sound quality. And before we dive deep, I was driving all of these headphones through a very basic Duke Audio P1. This is a tube amp with GE 5465W, probably one of the best budget amps in this price point, and this was able to comfortably drive all of these headphones. The easiest was the 105 AER and the 109 Pro, and the next easiest was the Arya Organic. The Stealth required a little more power, so Arya Organic and the Mezes, I was able to drive them comfortably with about, this is 0 on or about here. But the Arya Stealth, I may have to go all the way till here, but again, you will be able to comfortably drive all of these headphones with this. And I did notice a big change when I switched to these tube amps, and I connect these to either MacBook M1 or an HP EliteBook laptop. Alright, coming to the sound quality of all these headphones, let's start with the Meze 109 Pro. While these are very good looking and pretty comfortable headphones, I personally did not like the sound of these, unfortunately. The main reason was the sibilance and the harshness in the treble region. It's perhaps me, I guess. I am relatively more sensitive to treble or sibilance and harshness in the upper frequencies, and I feel the mid-range and the bass was pretty similar to 105 AER, but I felt these were very bright to a point that I did not want to test these anymore. I'm pretty sure this is one of the weirdest review these headphones I've received, but that's my honest opinion. Looking at other reviews online, my opinion might be contradicting a bit, but I did not like the sound of these. Especially I tried with the tube amps, directly connecting to MacBook M1, or also I had another amp, Fosse Q4, and the amp did very little to these headphones. And but at this price point, close to $800, I should not be struggling to get the sound I like. And one thing I noticed about the 109 Pro was the headphone driver design. So if you see here, there's a metallic grill, and underneath that is the driver itself. So as you can imagine, there's literally nothing between you and the driver except this metallic grill, and that's perhaps one of the reasons why you feel the higher frequencies are more harsh and more sibilance. But when you look at the 105 AER, they have this kind of a baffle. And by the way, one thing I missed is I feel the drivers are pretty much the same in both, and they've just used different material around the drivers. And the baffle, I feel this baffle is diffusing the higher frequencies, making it more pleasant and giving it a more warmer sound signature. But I feel you're pretty much getting the same driver technology, so that's a pro for the Meze 105 AER. So unfortunately, the Meze 109s are out of the race, at least for me. But please don't take my review alone into consideration. These have got very nice reviews, with all due respect to Meze. Please do check other reviews and make your own judgment, but that's how I felt. And the next is the HIFIMAN Arya Stealth. These are also out of the race only because of Arya Organic. Although they are pretty good, they just do not stand a chance against the Arya Organic. Compared to the Organics, the soundstage in this is pretty narrow. Again, the soundstage is pretty decent, but I wouldn't say it's not even wider than the 105 AER, which I'll come to. The mids were really good, and the bass, it's pretty much signature of every HIFIMAN, I feel. I think the bass of any HIFIMAN planar headphones are pretty good, and this was no different. The mids were good. It was a bit brighter. It's definitely brighter than the Arya Organic in comparison, but not even close to 109 Pro. So I could easily manage to listen to these, but I had to just eliminate it because these were not better than the Arya Organic in any area. So HIFIMAN's Arya Stealth are out of the race. So now it comes down to these two, which could be very surprising, but that's where I landed. It's between the 105 AER and the Arya Organic. So if you want a TLDR, if you're looking for the best between the two, irrespective of the price point, I feel it's the Arya Organic, and I guess there are no prizes for guessing, but these come pretty close to Arya Organic. So in terms of the sound quality, what I felt was the detail retrieval in both were pretty much the same. It also could be because of these tube amps, which was helping with bringing out the details, but I tested multiple songs, multiple musical videos, and there was no difference in the detail retrieval. You could spot a fourth guitar in the background and some other musical instruments, and the layering. In terms of details, they are pretty much the same. But where Arya Organic shined was Soundstage and Imaging. Again, please know that I'm comparing these two. And if I did not have Arya Organic with me, I would be mighty impressed with the 105. I still am. The kind of soundstage these put forth is, it's, if you're wearing headphones like this, they extend pretty much laterally outward, almost till here, and imaging is pretty good. I've listened to multiple tracks where the imaging was excellent, even the instrument presentation was excellent, no questions. When it comes to Arya Organic, they had a little more space. All right, the soundstage, the width, if you will, was the same, but the space within the soundstage, and that's perhaps because of these humongous driver, but every instrument had enough space around it. Again, please note that this is only a relative comparison. These are pretty good. These are just better, maybe 5 to 10%. The amount of space you feel for the musical instruments, the imaging was excellent. And one word about the Arya Organics are, these are effortless. The way they present music is effortless. They're not light, they're not lean, but you get a feeling that they're not struggling by any means to present the music. Even at very low volume, you could get the same detail, the same imaging, same instrument separation, and they're not neutral, but they're just slightly colored over neutral to make it more enjoyable. The bass is not pronounced, but it's tight, and the texture of the bass is amazing. The mids are very good. Again, they're not mid forward. The mids are good. The treble is perfect, the higher frequencies are perfect, no complaints whatsoever, and these are perhaps the best headphones I've listened to. The 105 AER, again, in comparison, they push all frequencies slightly forward. These are warmer, and in certain soundtracks where an acoustic guitar or generally guitars are more pronounced, these produce the sound in a more lush fashion. These are warm and everything is pushed forward. When you switch from the Arya Organic to the 105, you suddenly feel like, oh, everything is pushed forward, and in a good way. These are not excessively colored in any fashion, but that's just the sound output they're tuned for. They just present every frequency range slightly pushed forward. The vocals are perhaps 5% better, because again, that's because of how they push the mid frequencies. The vocals are better. The bass, the Arya Organic, again, the bass here is pretty good, but when you look for the texture of that bass guitar in the background, which has a particular rhythm going, these are not bad in any fashion, but relatively these are better. I feel the mid-range, you will enjoy mid-range more on the AER, but these are no slouch. And soundstage, it's pretty wide. Instrument separation is pretty good. Detailed retrieval, at least for me, these were on par with Arya Organic. There was nothing in any soundtrack that these were able to retrieve which these were not, and that is high praise for the 105 AER. So these are $400 headphone, and they're going pretty much toe to toe with $1,000 headphones. So keeping that in mind, I think these are excellent value for money. So what did I decide personally? I have personally decided to keep the 105 AER, and it will be very, very hard to let go of the Arya Organic, but the only reason is price to performance and value for money. These do pretty much everything these can, but these are more airy. These have better imaging and relatively comfortable presentation of sound, and the build quality, come on, these are not built like $1,000 headphones. I don't know, these yokes, they don't give me a lot of confidence. This is pretty flimsy for $1,000 headphones, and I feel the ear cups themselves, they're pretty well made, but these are just pure quality. And another use case which I prefer the 105 is when I'm not working at my desk. If you're sitting on a couch relaxing, you can comfortably put these on, connect directly to your MacBook, and enjoy the music. These might not be so comfortable, again, relatively, when you're listening on a couch in a very relaxed fashion. If you're after the best sound quality, I would recommend the Arya Organic, but if you're after value for money and build quality and perhaps longevity, I've heard really good things about Meze headphones in general, I would recommend the 105 AER. And another reason why I've decided to keep the 105 AER is these are $400, these are close to $950. With these, I have some more budget to play around with a different amp, so this gives you some budget to experiment with your amplifier, source gear, or complement these with another pair of closed back headphones, which you could end up with two good headphones for the price of one of these. And again, apologies to all the 109 Pro fans, these are really good built headphones, perhaps the best looking among all of these, but I personally did not like the sound signature. But on the other hand, the 105 AER, these are perhaps a hidden gem. These are excellent value for money, and I don't have any complaints about these. And if I didn't have Arya Organic, I would be blown away by their performance. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.